Secondly, we talk like the X-ray test, X-ray abdomen. So here, what you have to mention is, first thing, what is the color of the original film before it exposed to X-ray? How the X-ray is taken? You come here. You just come. Suppose you have to take an X-ray test for him. And where should be the machine? Subject will have to take a PAV.
In PAV, machine will be here, sir, and film will be kept here. Radiation will be sent from back.
Radiation sent from the back. So the X-ray source will be the back side. In the PAV, first the X-ray touch the posterior aspect. Come out to the anterior. That is the PAV. Suppose if the X-rays touch the anterior view, then come the posterior, that is called the APV. So this happens in a supine position. Supine position means unconscious patients, infants who cannot stand up. Usually APV is taken. Otherwise, chest X-ray is always a PAV. So, what is the color of the film before it is exposed to the X-ray?
Black.
It is not black, it is opaque like this. This is the. It is pure, something like a white or opaque. And as the X-rays are exposed, and depending on the density of the different tissues of the body, some parts of the body they allow the X-rays to pass into, and some parts of the body they don't pass into. Bones they don't allow the X-rays to pass in. And so that is a film retains its original color. And metallic objects almost nil. It cannot allow even traces of X-rays. That's why the metallic objects looks
Bright.
very white. So that is almost color of the film near to the original color of the film. Okay, understand? And the lungs, they transmit the X-rays freely. So the film loses its color and becomes dark. More translucent, otherwise the term is called translucency. There are two terms. Translucency is black and opaque is white. Next thing is, so this is the X-ray chest. Is the APV or PAV. Usually in the PAV, this horizontal clavicles will be there. In the APU, the clavicles will be something like a twisted, more oblique twisted, and the intervertebral spaces will be more clear. In APU, this is APV and this is PAV. While describing the X-ray chest, not only X-ray chest, but whole, whatever part you are seeing that you have to describe. Soft tissues and bony case. The soft tissues and bony case. If you are normal, tell me why you have to describe the soft tissues. Concentrate on this, not here. Okay. Sometimes you may have translucency here. That is emphysema. Any injuries are like that. Or sometimes there may be fractures here. So that also you have to describe. If they are normal, say it is normal. Soft tissues and bony case are normal. After telling the soft tissues and bony case, then tell out the position of the trachea. Trachea, is it in the center or shifted? What are the conditions where the trachea is shifted?
Pleural effusion, collapse,
Shifted to the same side.
fibrosis.
Shifted to the opposite side. Lesions. Collapse.
They call the pulling lesion or pushing lesion.
Pulling
What
lesion.
are the pulling lesions and what are the pushing lesions?
Pulling lesions are collapse and fibrosis. Pushing lesions are pleural effusion, pneumothorax,
Pushing lesions.
No, other than collapse, what is another pulling lesion?
fibrosis.
So the trachea, if it is there in the center, say it is in the center. Okay. Then and next thing is before that you have to comment on the rotation of the filaments. Rotation means suppose by taking the film, the patient rotates to the right side. What happens from the mid-spinal line? The distance between the mid-spinal line and the medial end of the clavicle increases on that side. Here it is almost normal, there is no rotation. If there is a rotation, say there is a rotation. Otherwise, it is a trachea in the center. After describing the trachea, so first thing is you are telling the which part of the X-ray taken. Say X-ray chest, this PA view. Then telling about any rotation. Then commenting on the tracheal position. Now, before that, soft tissues and bony case. Then come to the heart. Heart you have to describe in terms of size and shape. How to measure the size of the heart?
Cardiothoracic ratio.
Cardiothoracic ratio. How to measure the cardiac diameter?
Starting from the midline to the most outward part on this side and most outward part on that side.
So you have to draw the mid-spinal line. Take the widest part on the left side. And take the widest part on the right side. Suppose this is the mid-spinal line. Widest part on the right side, widest part on the left side. So add up these two things. Understand? So that gives the cardiac diameter. And you take this transthoracic diameter on the widest part. Take the ratio. Either it is 1:2.
1:2.
More than that means there is
Cardiomegaly.
So that is if the size and shape of the heart is normal, say it is normal. Shape means you have suppose it's the pericardial effusion, you'll have a bag like heart, and it's a mitral wall, you'll have more of this thing.
Left atrial enlargement.
Left atrial enlargement will be there, and also pulmonary prominence will be there. Usually, those films are not kept, and you need not go into those details. And say if it is size of the shape heart is normal, say it is normal. Then you have to comment on the lung fields. Lung fields you have to divide into upper, mid, and the lower zone. Upper two intercostal spaces are the
Upper zone. 2 to
third
4.
and fourth are the mid zone.
Below
Fifth
4.
onwards it is the lower zone.
No, sir.
So you have to compare this both upper, both mid, and both lower zones. Like. Understand? And show me which is the anterior and which is the posterior end of the rib. How can you count the interspaces from about and where is the anterior and where is the posterior end of the rib there?
What we are saying,
Most prominent ones are
this is posterior. This is anterior. This one.
Show me the end.
This is anterior. This is posterior. This is posterior.
End and posterior. End of it. You are showing me the rib. You are showing me the body of the rib, but I want the end.
This is posterior end of the rib.
Right.
That side anterior end of the rib.
He showed me that.
This one.
No. See, you can trace the rib. Suppose if it's starting, rib is starting here. Where it is going is ending here. This is it. And suppose this rib you take, it is ending here. You take this one, it is coming and ending here. This is the
Posterior end of the rib.
this anti-rents will be see lying there. If you join the anti-rents, why there is a gap here?
Cartilage is not really.
Cartilage.
So you can count from the posterior end. From the posterior end, first space, second. You can have first, second, and this is the third, and this is the 1 and 2, the third and fourth. From fifth onward, this is the lower zone. Third and fourth are the mid zone. This is the upper zone. So compare the both the lung fields in the respective zones, upper, mid, and lower. Here, both upper zones are clear, normal. Both mid zones are normal. In the lower zones only, how to describe this one? You are not able to make what is
Costophrenic angle.
See, what is this angle is called?
Costophrenic angle.
Yeah, this costophrenic angle you are not able to make out clear. That's called both the costophrenic angles are obliterated. The other is a normal costophrenic angle will be like this. You see, obliterated. So what is the situation where the costophrenic angles are obliterated?
Pleural effusions.
So here costophrenics are obliterated, and also you are not able to make out the right and left hemidiaphragm. See, here you are able to see the hemidiaphragm here, right, and this is the left. You are not able to make out that. And so what is here now? Bilateral
Pleural effusion.
Bilateral pleural effusion. When do you get the bilateral pleural effusion?
Nephrotic.
What are the
Cardiac
conditions where you get the bilateral effusions? What are the conditions you get the renal?
Cardiac causes, renal causes, liver causes.
Translates and exudate. Translates produce bilateral or unilateral?
Transitive produce bilateral.
Exudate usually that master.
Unilateral.
Tuberculous pleural effusion or consolidation with the pneumonic effusion. They are unilateral. Congestive cardiac failure, nephrotic syndrome,
Nephrotic syndrome.
hypoprotein states, unilateral
Bilateral.
bilateral. Simply say bilateral pleural effusion. And if they ask further, say, what may be the possibility? Congestive cardiac failure, there should be cardiomegaly. Here there is no cardiomegaly. So it can be something like maybe a nephrotic syndrome, or it may be hypoprotein state. What is this one?
Reticulonodular opacities. Patchy opacities, bronchopneumonia.
Patchy and also most important is patchy opacities in the miliary mottling.
Miliary mottling.
Miliary mottling, huh? Okay. So that is a. When do you see the miliary mottling?
Miliary
Miliary
TB.
mottling in the both the lung fields.
Miliary TB.
Miliary tuberculosis and what are other conditions where you can see the miliary mottling?
Lobular pneumonia. Bronchopneumonias.
You can see the sometimes sarcoidosis,
Sarcoidosis.
pneumoconiosis,
Pneumoconiosis.
other conditions where you can see the miliary mottling. Are you able to hold it here? This because this is not all are incompetent. Just please hold it like that for a minute. Okay.
Rickets.
Okay, no problem. Please do. This is a wrist, X-ray wrist AP view. Okay. Here the variant of both radiation and what happened here? Cupping and splaying. Usually it will be like this and very clear. Cupping and splaying will be there. Okay, cupping and splaying of the lower ends of the both radiation. That is what? Where do you see that?
Rickets.
So he may ask you what are the various causes of the rickets and treatment. Sometimes the discussion may go on. So read the rickets. So that will be first thing in your theory you will read it. The same thing you can tell it. Suppose if they ask for it.
Splaying.
Yeah, this is splaying means you'll have the bonus spicules will be like this. Another one is
Normal.
Cupping means what I mean to say. She gives someone paper, piece of paper. I'll show you. What is that? Yeah, just a minute. So it will be like this, okay? It's very clear. This is very straight, sharp, something like this. And this is cupping. Okay. Of course, it should have been. Okay, this is cupping. This also cupping. And laying. You understand? Irregularity. Shall be like that. Now if you catch it. So what we are seeing here.
Thymus.
Don't confuse it for cardiomegaly or something like that, any tumor, nothing like that. In an infant, it is a thymus. It looks like a sail shape, that like a ship, you have a sail, like that. Olden days.
Sail sign.
Sail sign.
Pneumomediast.
Sail sign, that is called the thymus. Okay.
Pneumomediast.
What happened to thymus? It is just an X-ray which shows thymus.
Yeah, this is a chest X-ray.
And any description.
Any disease?
No, thymus is normal. Thymus is normally seen in the infant age group. It is normal, it's not a disease. Please, thymus is normally seen in the infants. It's not a disease. Don't tell it is a tumor or something cardiomegaly.
So what would I ask?
What should we tell?
No, it's normal. It's normal in infants. It is normal only. Thymus, you tell. You say thymus, it is normal in the chest X-ray infant. It is normal. You tell like that. How can you say thymus means it is a sail shape? Tell us. It is sail. Any doubt? Here, what you are saying? Both the lung fields are opaque. Both the lung fields of the upper, mid, lower zone, whole thing is something like the kind of white outline. Say, what may be the age of the baby? Very small. It's a newborn baby. Say what? And this thing is, you can say it is the X-ray. X-ray chest as well as including the abdomen also. APV. Infants and composite patients APV only. Right? So it is both the lung fields are opaque. Both the lung fields are opaque. This you see in the hyaline membrane disease.
White outline.
HMD, hyaline membrane.
Hyaline membrane disease.
Hyaline membrane disease seen in which type of disease?
Preterm.
Preterm babies, especially mothers with the diabetes. No, you catch it in here. Now we do this job. So stop that one timing. Hold this. Just please do that side so that you can see. Have this X-ray chest, including the upper abdomen, okay? APV. And description is important. Left hemidiaphragm cannot be made out. You are able to see the right hemidiaphragm. Left hemidiaphragm cannot be made out. And herniation of the bowel into the left hemithorax, causing the shift of the mediastinum to the right side. So that should be the description. X-ray chest, including the upper abdomen, APVO, left hemidiaphragm cannot be made out. Herniation of the bowel loops into the left hemithorax, causing shift of the mediastinum to the right side, congenital diaphragmatic area. So these are the points you have to mention. That's it. Okay. Keep it. Bauran ni pani awal ni pani kau ni gua patut. Chip. Let me describe yourself.
Cardiomegalia. That's me.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Whatever that you have taken, just please pass on to your friends. It will be useful for them. Okay, Nuru, you have done a good job also.
It's also honey.
So, will one of you volunteer? Brahma Chipu? Okay, you tell. First thing is tell X-ray. So if you are confused with the AP or PE view, say frontal view. That means you can tell like that. Whenever there is confusion, you can say it's a frontal view. That need not be a much discussion. We did not fight PA, AP, or need Here what you are seeing? See, trachea appears in the first thing, soft tissue and bony case are normal, trachea appears in the center line, and cardiac size and shape appears to be normal, tell like that. And there is a non-homogeneous classification of the right upper and mid zones. So in case of consolidation of the right upper and middle lobe, what is the non-homogeneous and what is the homogeneous classification? I will show you. See, this is homogeneous. Homogeneous, non-homogeneous means we will have interspersed translucent bands will be there. Here you have to see the translucency. See, what is the translucent bands because of
Air bronchogram.
Air bronchogram. Air bronchogram means suppose in the inflamed lung, in the pneumonia, that is a consolidated lung, we will have bronchi which are patent with the air, so they will cast translucent bands. So you have the opaque region as well as the translucent band that gives a non-homogeneous opacity, characteristic of consolidation. Understand? This is whereas the effusions are homogeneous. You don't find any translucent bands. So that is the difference. Here this is also see something like a miliary consolidation, otherwise and you are having interspersed translucent many. Yeah, no, then this one. I think this we discussed the other day.
No, sir.
Who will volunteer? Tell something, tell some wrong answer. So you are very active. Come. You know, from beginning onwards you are participating very well. What to tell in something?
Shift of media.
No, first tell what is the problem.
It's an AP view chest. It's an AP view chest showing an opaque hemithorax with the shift of mediastinum towards right.
Opaque which hemithorax?
Opaque right hemithorax. Opaque right hemithorax with shift of mediastinum towards right.
Shift of mediastinum to the right.
Indicating that it may be collapse of right lung.
It is a collapse consolidation, you can say, because translation.
Because in consolidation there will be no shift of mediastinum, no sir.
That is a collapse consolidation, what I am telling you. So you can say collapse, doesn't matter.
Collapse.
Collapse of the whole right lung. Understand? And you'll have, when compared to the interspaces, there is a little narrowing of the interspaces here compared to that side. Little narrowing.
Sir, heart. Heart channel.
Because the heart shifted to the right side. Entire mediation shifted to this side.
This one is hard.
Okay, understand. So there is a collapse. Consolidation, non-homogeneous classification, homogeneous classification.
Pleural effusion and collapse.
But don't say collapse.
Even collapse also won't have air bronchograms, no sir.
Collapse.
Collapse of lung also won't
It's
have
not like
air
that.
bronchograms.
Collapse lung will have interspecial relationships will be there. Depending upon the how much is collapsed, if it's complete collapse, the tonsil beds may not be seen. The outline is a compressed lung. If it's somewhere little bit opening there, they may be seen. So don't comment on that. And don't land in problems. Huh? Huh? Which one? Questioning, are you able to make out the heart there separately?
It means a shift of
And the
mediastinum, shift of
dextrocardia,
apex also.
dextrocardia, do you have the shift of trachea?
No.
The dextrocardia, trachea will be normal. Okay. Dextrocardia, trachea will be in the center only. Understand or not? No, who is that? Who is the person? Okay, please come forward. Are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
The dextrocardia, trachea will be in the center. But here it is. And in dextrocardia, you can see the heart very clearly.
Big hemicolax will not be there.
Only because the heart will be in the right side and other part of the other part of the
Trachea deviated.
If
you can make it.
see very clear. See. And where should be the trachea also showing? Normally, where should be the trachea? Did you understand? And also after go through all these films, only those films only will be kept. This also not. So these films will not be good. See, please, all of you go through these films. And any doubt is there, ask me. Any doubt, please clear yourself.